But my last one is, the people who are being drawn down, the staffers who are leaving, are they flying out commercially, or is it that's what the military is going in to do?
Well,
to take them out.
The military will be there to help effect an orderly and a safe reduction in our personnel. I do expect that the military will help with these relocation operations. But as we know, Hamid Karzai International Airport does remain open. Commercial flights continue to take off and land at the airport. So the military is not the only way in or out of Afghanistan.
The situation is such, though, that you don't think that these people are safe getting out of the country on a commercial flight? Is that...
the situation is such that this president prioritizes, above all else, the safety and security of Americans who are serving overseas. As I've said, we have planned for any number of contingencies with an eye towards the deteriorating security situation. We have said for some time now that we have been gravely concerned by developments. So given the situation on the ground, this is a prudent step, a prudent reduction in our civilian workforce. Yes, Christina.
Can you give us some kind of, I know you don't have numbers in embassies, but if you can't tell us how many people you think are leaving, can you give us like a percentage and just some kind of an idea of how big of a reduction this is of the footprint? Does this change the exit timeline at all for the overall U.S. withdrawal? Is that being expedited? And do you think you can get the number of SIVs out on these flights, even with the tempo picked up? Do you think you can get enough of them out by the time you still have the facilities and the capacity to do so?
So you're right, we aren't in a position to speak to numbers. What we are in a position to speak to are the functions that we intend to press forward with, given our diplomatic presence on the ground in Kabul. And so that includes engagement with the government of Afghanistan. It includes engagement with the people of Afghanistan, specifically our efforts to press forward with diplomacy, security, assistance, counterterrorism cooperation, consular services, including the processing of SIV applicants. So I'm sorry I'm not in a position to detail numbers, but those functions are what we're prioritizing and what we intend to carry forward with.
What kinds of staff are leaving then? If those are the ones, people to do that are staying, who's leaving?
So staff who are leaving, staff involved in this reduction of civilian personnel, include, for example, those who may be able to perform functions back elsewhere, whether that's back here in the United States or elsewhere. It includes staff who may not be necessary to continue with those core functions. So we are taking a very close look at our staffing footprint, arrayed against this set of priorities, knowing that we are committed to an enduring relationship with the people of Afghanistan, committed to a diplomatic relationship as well. And so we're taking a very close look, and we'll start that reduction in civilian personnel in the coming days. Kylie.
How's that different from what you did in April? You already said
It is not different. As we've said, this is we went on order departure in April. We have undertaken a reduction in staffing since then. We obviously haven't detailed numbers, but as we have said, including in the context of SIV processing, we determined, for example, that there were people based at the embassy who could have been based back here in the Washington, D.C. area, who could help adjudicate the chief of mission level processing for SIV applicants. Now, what is true is that we are going down to a smaller diplomatic presence given the security situation. But as you said, our overall status has not changed. We have been on order departure since April 27th. We've taken prudent measures since then to reduce the size of our footprint in Afghanistan with an eye towards the security environment. That's what we're doing here. Yes, Carly.